There is a simple truth we often forget: the body speaks, but only if we listen. Weakness in the legs is not just a sign of age or fatigue, but a signal that balance has been disturbed. Today, I will share with you one food, just one, that can awaken the strength in your legs in less than a single day. The key is not in magic, but in understanding nature's design. The body is a reflection of our daily choices, and every action we take leaves a mark, whether we realize it or not. From the moment we wake up until we rest our head at night, our body records everything: the food we eat, the posture we maintain, the thoughts we carry, and the emotions we hold. Every choice is like a brushstroke on the canvas of our physical self. If we feed the body with nourishing food, keep it active, and maintain a state of calmness in the mind, the result will be a strong, resilient, and balanced physical form. But when we neglect these small choices, when we choose processed food over natural, inactivity over movement, and stress over peace, the body begins to reflect that imbalance in ways we cannot ignore. Leg weakness, for example, does not happen overnight. It is often the result of repeated neglect in diet, circulation, and muscular engagement. Every step we take depends on the silent cooperation of muscles, joints, and nerves, and when one part is weakened, the entire system suffers. This is why it is important to understand that the body is not separate parts, but an interconnected whole. What you feed it and how you treat it impacts everything. Just like a garden will reflect the care or neglect it receives, our body responds in the same way. The more conscious we are about our choices, the more control we have over how our body will perform and feel. A strong body is not built in a single day, but the process of rebuilding can start instantly when the right choices are made. When we choose to give the body something it truly needs, the right nutrients, the right movement, the right mindset, transformation begins almost immediately. Each meal becomes an opportunity to strengthen the foundation, each glass of water a chance to refresh the system, and each conscious breath a way to recenter the body's energy. These are not grand gestures, but simple, daily acts that, when repeated, create lasting change. The reflection we see in our body today is the sum of the choices we made in the past, and the choices we make now will decide the body we live in tomorrow. Awareness of this truth is the first step toward regaining vitality, because the moment we understand that we are in control, we also understand that strength and health are within our reach. The legs that feel weak today can be strengthened, the fatigue can be lifted, and the body can be restored, all starting with one conscious choice that sets the tone for all the choices that follow. Weakness is the body's request for restoration, not punishment. When the legs feel heavy, when the muscles no longer respond with the same power they once had, it is not a sign that the body has given up. Rather, it is a message, a quiet plea asking for attention. Many people interpret weakness as failure, as if the body is betraying them, but the truth is that the body never works against us. Every sensation, every discomfort is a form of communication. Weakness in the legs can be the result of fatigue, nutritional deficiencies, lack of movement, or even emotional strain. Instead of ignoring these signs or masking them with temporary relief, the wiser approach is to pause and listen. Restoration begins the moment we shift from frustration to understanding. The body thrives when it is nourished, rested, and moved with intention, and weakness is simply a reminder that one or more of these elements has been neglected. Just as a plant wilts when it lacks sunlight or water, the body begins to lose vitality when it does not receive what it needs to function. Yet, the beauty of the human body is its ability to heal and adapt when given the proper conditions. Muscles can regain strength, circulation can improve, and energy can be restored when we supply the right nutrients, stimulate movement, and create a supportive internal environment. This is not about forcing the body to perform, but about guiding it back to balance. The body is intelligent. It knows how to repair itself if we remove the obstacles and provide what is missing. Weakness is not a curse, it is an opportunity. An opportunity to reevaluate daily habits, to choose foods that strengthen rather than drain, to rest without guilt, and to engage in movements that awaken dormant energy. When we honor the body's request for restoration, we allow it to return to its natural state of vitality. The legs that feel weak today can be revitalized, not through punishment or pushing beyond limits, but through gentle, consistent support that rebuilds strength from the inside out. In this way, weakness becomes a teacher, guiding us toward the choices that create lasting health and resilience. Nature provides powerful remedies in the simplest forms, and yet in our modern lives we often overlook them, chasing complicated solutions while the answers have been with us all along. For thousands of years, human beings relied on the gifts of nature to restore health, build strength, and maintain vitality. Plants, seeds, fruits, and herbs were not just food. They were medicine, providing the body with exactly what it needed to heal and thrive. In nature, every color, every scent, every flavor has a purpose. The bright greens of leafy vegetables are rich in minerals that fortify the bones and muscles. The deep reds and purples of berries carry antioxidants that protect the cells. And the earthy roots, like ginger or turmeric, hold compounds that reduce inflammation and improve circulation. These are not artificial inventions, but creations designed through the harmony of the natural world, perfectly matched to the needs of the human body. The problem is that many people have become disconnected from these sources, replacing them with heavily processed foods stripped of their natural power. When the legs feel weak, when energy is low, nature offers us foods that can quickly replenish the body's stores, stimulate blood flow, and support muscular repair. The key is not to complicate the process, but to return to simplicity, to the foods that have sustained life for generations without the need for chemical enhancements. A single natural ingredient, when chosen wisely, can often create changes faster than we expect, because the body immediately recognizes and utilizes its nutrients without resistance. Nature does not rush, but it also does not delay when balance is restored. It works quietly yet powerfully, reawakening strength and vitality from within. The remedies we seek do not always come in bottles or laboratories. Often they grow in the soil beneath our feet, hang from the branches above us, or sprout from the seeds we plant. When we embrace nature's offerings, we align ourselves with the same forces that keep the earth alive, and in doing so, we allow those forces to keep us alive, strong, and whole. One specific food can trigger rapid muscular recovery, and understanding this is like holding a key to unlocking the body's hidden strength. The human body is designed to respond quickly when given the right fuel, especially after periods of weakness or fatigue. Muscles, particularly those in the legs, are constantly at work supporting our weight, enabling movement and maintaining balance. When they begin to lose strength, it is not only a physical limitation, but also a signal that the body's repair systems need targeted support. This is where the power of a single nutrient-rich food can be transformative. Certain foods contain concentrated compounds that work directly on muscle fibers, improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and replenishing energy stores almost immediately. The moment this food enters the body, digestion begins breaking it down into the building blocks. Muscles need proteins to repair damaged tissue, minerals to restore nerve function, and vitamins to support oxygen delivery. Unlike general healthy eating, which strengthens the body over time, a focused, highly potent food source can create noticeable changes in a matter of hours. The key lies in its bioavailability, how easily the body can absorb and use its nutrients without waste. When the right food is consumed, the muscles respond as if they have been given exactly what they were waiting for, regaining tone, stability, and endurance far more quickly than expected. This rapid response is not magic, but the result of biology working at its most efficient state. Just as a parched plant springs back to life after receiving water, the human body can bounce back with surprising speed when given exactly what it needs in the right moment. This is why some people feel almost immediate relief from weakness after a targeted meal, because the food is acting not just as fuel, but as a direct remedy. By knowing and using this one food, we can bypass unnecessary trial and error, giving the body the precise nourishment it requires to restore leg strength and vitality in the shortest possible time. True healing happens when nourishment and awareness align, because food alone is not enough if mind remains disconnected from the body's needs. Many people believe that simply eating healthy will solve all problems, but the truth is that healing is a partnership between what we consume and how we engage with ourselves. Nourishment provides the raw materials for repair, proteins to rebuild, minerals to strengthen, and antioxidants to protect, but awareness is what guides us to choose the right nourishment in the first place and to recognize how our body responds to it. Without awareness, even the most nutritious food can be used inefficiently because the underlying habits or stressors that cause imbalance remain unchanged. Awareness begins with listening, with paying attention to the small signals the body gives: fatigue after certain meals, stiffness in the joints, or a sudden burst of energy after specific foods. These are clues that guide us toward choices that align with the body's current state. When awareness and nourishment come together, every meal becomes intentional, every movement purposeful, and every moment of rest meaningful. Healing then becomes a natural progression rather than a forced effort, because we are no longer working against ourselves. In this state, the body begins to repair faster, muscles recover more fully, and energy levels remain steady throughout the day. Awareness also keeps us from falling into extremes, overeating, undereating, or chasing fad diets, because we develop the ability to sense when balance is present and when it is not. This balanced approach is especially important for restoring leg strength, as it requires not only targeted nutrients, but also mindful movement and proper rest. When we are aware, we can feel when the legs are ready to work harder and when they need a gentler approach. We stop guessing and start responding with precision, giving the body exactly what it needs at the right time. The harmony of nourishment and awareness transforms healing from a struggle into a steady flow, leading us back to a place of strength, stability, and lasting vitality. Strength regained is strength maintained through consistency, because recovery is not a single event but an ongoing process that requires steady commitment. Many people feel encouraged when they notice improvement. The legs become lighter, movement feels easier, and energy begins to return, but they often fall back into old habits once the initial problem seems to fade. This is where true strength is either secured or lost. The body thrives on repetition of the right actions, not occasional bursts of effort. Just as a plant needs regular watering to stay alive, the muscles need continuous nourishment, movement, and care to remain strong. Consistency is the bridge between temporary recovery and lasting vitality. It is not about perfection or extreme effort, but about repeating small, beneficial actions until they become part of your natural rhythm. Eating the food that supports muscular strength once may bring results, but incorporating it into your regular diet ensures those results are sustained. Moving the legs to keep circulation active and the muscles engaged must become a daily ritual, not just a short-term plan. Rest and recovery must also be consistent, giving the body the chance to rebuild after each demand placed upon it. When we understand that strength is not a fixed state, but something we create and protect every day, we stop looking for quick fixes and start building long-term resilience. This mindset prevents the cycle of improvement followed by decline, and instead fosters a steady upward climb toward greater physical capacity. Maintaining leg strength is not only about preventing weakness from returning, it is about continuously enhancing the foundation so that each day you are capable of more than the last. Consistency transforms the act of recovery into a way of living, turning temporary relief into permanent empowerment and ensuring that once strength is regained, it becomes a part of you for life. Why?